Welcome aboard, everyone. We are looking at Ripple XRP today. I hope you are all doing fantastically well. And on that note, let's go straight into some information. So, we have today got the, I think it's today, technically, in the sense that in America, when they wake up and this goes through. So overnight here in the UK, we will probably find out what is going on in the next chapter of the famous SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. So what we've got here is the fact discovery period, which has been ongoing for a couple of months now. June the 14th, I believe, was the original deadline, and then it was postponed to now due to Ripple and probably the SEC as well wanting to get as much ammunition as possible for their next battle in the courts. So what is going on? So this is very much about the evidence from both sides. Couple of pieces of information here are quite funny. So the SEC is now turning on them again, asking for video recordings of internal meetings. So it's almost continuous pressure on Ripple, but also time wasting as much as possible. So because they know that now Ripple, right, if you're asking for this, we now need to go and find all this stuff. I'm sure there'll be problems finding old videos or this, that, and the other. So even if they've recorded them, that is as well. So, and if they haven't, then that's an argument for SEC. Well, why weren't they recorded? Blah, blah, blah. So it's going to keep rolling around in circles. To be honest, I don't expect any kind of information out of the ordinary tomorrow. I think we'll probably hear maybe some evidential purposes. I don't really know how this will go. I'm not an expert in law or anything, but I'm assuming that they'll present their cases on this aspect of discovery from both sides. Whether or not they go for each point individually over the course of the next 24 hours, that remains to be seen. I would have thought that they'd gather the reports and then give them to whoever's doing the judging or certainly the aspect of investigation into these areas, and then conclude that perhaps in another week or two or however long it takes. It's just going to be an ongoing thing. I did have an anticipation that this thing would actually keep going on till next year, arguably until the point where we get to around the November period next year, conveniently when all the CBDCs and everything are supposed to be or potentially launching. And it's just almost like a strategic element to keep Ripple at bay whilst it gives the opportunities for governments and everything to keep putting their CBDC technologies and chains in place. What I thought as well was quite interesting was that the only reason that these videos and things have been recorded is because conversations have come to light, or potential conversations have come to light, from an ex-Ripple employee. Who is this ex-employee? I only know one of the major ones who works for a competitor now, or a founder of the competitor, as well as a key founder of Ripple as well. So this is very interesting from earlier the month. A key former Ripple employee claiming that they have learned something. The SEC are claiming, that they've learned something from something a key former Ripple employee has said. So this is very interesting. I have no idea how the judge is going to keep her composure tomorrow. Well, I don't think even all the XRP army out there, I don't know how we're all keeping our composure either, to be honest, let alone the case that's going on here, there, and everywhere. It's absolute chaos, isn't it? I just can't believe, this is so up in the air still. It's absolutely crazy, but all we can do is sit back, enjoy the ride, enjoy the entertainment from it all, of course, and hope that we get some kind of resolution as we go on. But that being said, guys, let's perhaps take a look at maybe some of the chart information. Before we do, I just saw the notification come up, of course. Please do make sure that you like the video if you found it informative, that you subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and also to ensure that you press the bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos. So let's go into the chart. We have seen a bit of bullish momentum in the last 24 hours in anticipation, I'm sure, of this next 24-hour period coming up in the lawsuit. It's not quite near the 134 mark that we approached around the 16th or 15th of August. And of course, we're still nowhere near the previous all-time highs that we saw back in the beginning around this year. About, I think it's 170, maybe a bit higher. Just to double check that, but yeah, we definitely hit over those kind of marks on the all-time highs. The performance of XRP is looking strong, as you see on the bottom right hand side here. 14% up on the week, monthly up 43%, and year to date, irrespective of the lawsuit, everyone, 457% year to date growth. That is phenomenal. It's showing the emphasis of what Ripple and XRP are about. No one's listening to the FUD anymore. No one cares about the SE lawsuit. We're still going to bag the XRP. And I'm sure there's a lot of people still FOMOing in, because there's no doubt in anyone's mind that XRP will be a phenomenal project, a phenomenal crypto asset, and in general Ripple being arguably the biggest and best bridging ecosystem, interoperability system in the world financial state of play. So there's loads to be bullish about in the future, but the short term, we are waiting, and we will emphasize the Kincoin scenario from a few years back. Kincoin had a similarity lawsuit with the SEC, not quite the powerhouse that Ripple and XRP are, but they saw 1,400% increase in gains within a 48-hour period, and they didn't even win their lawsuit. So there's potential opportunity in XRP where we get wind of a potential lawsuit conclusion, whether that be good or bad for Ripple in terms of do they pay a fine and found guilty, or if they're successful and not guilty. Either way, you're going to see a gigantic reaction in the chart, and it's very important as well to maybe think about looking at the charts regularly when you're approaching dates and things like this. If you see as in substantial movement, you might believe that this is some kind of insider information. That's the only thing that I could read from the chart that we haven't seen in mainstream media or anything like this. That's why I'm not too excited about tomorrow. I think it's just another part of the process. We're not going to get any kind of big results out of it, because I would have anticipated this thing to go absolutely flying off the chart if insiders got wind of this, started putting their exchanges, loading up their exchanges from all their hard wallets and everything from the previous years and recent runs for accommodating a sell-off. So the other things to consider on this chart here today, the RSI is very much bang on in the middle, so plenty of movement upwards as well as downwards. I did have this purple mark here in anticipation that we might see a retracement down to this level for another buy opportunity to test this support and resistance line, which we have only done a couple of times in this last year. So I did put that in there just as an anticipation for, not financial advice, but it's something that I'm looking at in terms of a buy position as well, just in case. So irrespective of this movement here, we are in a bearish movement still, because the MACD is proving that as well. However, the gap has narrowed because of today's volumes going into the asset. So the next 48 hours are going to be very interesting to see what kind of news positioning we get out of this, as well as the position on the MACD, to see if we can confirm neutrality or a move up to the upside. So let's keep an eye on it. I'll update you as and when I hear information coming from the SEC lawsuit, as well as any other Ripple XRP news in the following days. Until then, guys, that wraps it up. I hope you found this informative. Please make sure that you do like and subscribe if you have not done so already, and we will see you hopefully in the next one with Ripple on the moon. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.